Hi. So let's quickly talk about the most important travel documents for your trip. So today we're discussing about five of them, basic travel documents for your trip. Okay, we'll talk about the head travel documents. Let's start from there. The head travel documents after the era of COVID, where we have to start using the QR code, to verify every document, your personal information that you registered before you travel. It has become important for every prospective traveler to have the health travel documents. It also has to do with your yellow fever card. You need to do the yellow fever card. The yellow fever card, for instance, it's assigned to some certain demography. Not every country that requires for that. Okay, but we also have the QR code for the COVID, or it also depends on the outbreak of any epidemic within that period. So this is important to find out the health travel documents needed in certain demography. For instance, you're going to East African, Ethiopia, those places, they usually require request for the yellow fever certificate. So if you're also going to some places like China and some other places like this, the health travel documents is very important because they need to be sure of your health status before you board that plane. And upon arrival, they will ask for it. Okay. We also have number two, the health insurance. The insurance you need for your travel, there are two types. So I will break it down now. One of them is for your health related issues because no one can actually predict the future. You can be so healthy in your country, but due to weather changes or new environment, or it might just be something just come up, your health issues. So this health insurance will cover your health related issues in the hospital, because otherwise the bills for those medications and treatment in a foreign land will be very expensive. It is not something you plan for or you'll be able to pay. Okay, so it is always important for you to have health insurance when you are traveling. I did mention that with the health insurance, there are two types. One is for health, and the second one is to cover your travel, your trip. Okay, we call that travel insurance. So this travel, there's a clear distinction between health insurance and travel insurance. The health insurance, like I said, we cover your travel related health issues. In case you come on board or there is an accident or something happen, this health insurance will cover it. Why the travel insurance will cover your bookings, maybe your flight tickets, your hotels, or some changes unplanned for, and then the trip is cancelled. In order for you to get your money back, this travel insurance will protect you. So today, I will just explain the distinction between health insurance and travel insurance. So they are very important for your travel. Okay. We also have to talk about the passport, the ID card, and your visas. This is very important whenever you are traveling. Yes, of course, I know most of you watching this, you already know about visa. You know that you need your passport. You also know that you needed your ID. Okay, I'll explain. The thing is, you need to have a photocopy of all of these items I mentioned, the three of them. Your passport, you need to make photocopy of your visa and the photocopy of your ID. In some areas, for instance, you're moving within the EU, all you just need to have is your ID card so you can travel. You may not even need your passport, right? So, but in some places, you need your passport to move from place to place, to show at the border. But why is it important for you to have a photocopies of this document, or better still, make sure you have a scanned copy to your email? You know why? If you are crossing the border, especially for those of you who are regular travelers, you know that no matter how big you are, no matter how influential you are, you must pass through the security check. That security check Sometimes you remove your bed. Sometimes you have to everything about you. You start removing your wristwatch, your passport, and all on the trail. At the end of the day, if you are not careful, you will misplace your passport. This has happened to a lot of passengers on the way. Not just because you are careless or because you're not careful enough, it can happen. So, what do you do if you lose your passport in this situation and you're unable to get it? I had a situation whereby somebody recently lost his residence card somewhere. And this person has issues crossing the next border even while in transit. And this person was boarded from the point of departure with the same passport. I mean, with the same ID. Okay, so if you have a photocopy of those documents, you can quickly run to the embassy or the immigration that issue that same documents to prove yourself. Otherwise, you may have more challenge, you may not be able to cross that border. So when you have photocopies of those your travel documents with intact, and also, or you have them on your email, you can easily print them to prove your point. Even if you lose your passport and you know your embassy, let's assume you're using a British passport and you had issues with while transiting in Istanbul, for example, and you don't have the passport, how do you continue your journey to many countries the British passport can go through? So what you do in this situation, you may have to quickly rush down to your embassy with the copy you have, with your whatever social security number or anything that will identify you. You may have to prove yourself that you are a citizen, you are a British citizen, that you actually own this passport, you're actually from that country. So those copies will save you. And this is what you will use to get a temporarily documents or a new passport to travel. So it is very important for you to have that copies. Okay, these are basic and very important documents you must always have when you are traveling, and that you should be careful with. Your passport, your travel ID, could be your driver license. It depends if your driver license can cross a border, but at least they are valid government documents. Your visa, these are very important. I speak about the travel insurance. Okay, you also have to have this at your reach. Your flight itinerary. You need to also have your hotels booked. Your accommodation, even your taxi that will take you from point A to point B. The reason why you need your hotels booked, especially if you are a first-time traveler, you are not a resident of that country of arrival, you need to have your hotel booked so that when you are crossing, I know immigration usually asks this. Okay, you are coming into Poland, for instance. Yes, welcome to Poland. Where is the place you are about to stay? Even you as a resident, they usually quote your destination to you, your home address, they quote it, you confirm it at the border. Yes, I live in that address. If you're a resident, right? Every destination, they do this. Where do you live? You are arriving a country, they want to know where you are staying in that country. It is very important. So you as a first-time traveler, if you are coming, make sure you have your hotel booked with you, handy. Even if you choose to put it on your phone, you should be able to show them, I booked for this hotel, these are my reservation code, blah, blah, blah. And then they will put a call through if they choose to, if they are in doubt that, are you truly coming to this country to stay in that hotel? When they put a code through, the reference code should tally with what you have. So remember, your travel documents should be intact. You should make sure you book your hotel. Your flight itinerary should also show. If you are having a 10 days visa, so just for a conference, for instance, if you're landing in that country, that conference shows you have a time on your ticket to return back. You can't say you're coming here for a 10-day trip, even if in your mind you are migrating with whatever risk you want to take with your tourism visa that you have, and in your mind you want to migrate, but you are not showing a ticket to return back. There is no evidence for that. So this can give you issues at the point of entry. Okay, so Always make sure you have all of these things: the time of departure on your itinerary, now I'm speaking, and the time of your return. It should be on your return ticket. If your visa is tourism visa, which shows you are staying for 10 days, don't go and book a return ticket for 30 days because you wish to spend more time. Meanwhile, your visa is saying spend 10 days. Hotel, make sure you have the address where you are staying. Make sure you have the valid information regarding your personal documents. I mean, your passport, your ID, and the every visa. Okay, this is it. These are most important travel documents. They are not too difficult to secure. I mean, to get, because if you already secure a visa, you should be able to put this at the back of your mind. These are the things you need to travel. Most important travel document before you can start thinking about your luggage, what you're wearing, blah blah blah. No, more important are these things I just highlighted. Thank you. Don't forget to follow us if you want to hear more travel news. We're giving you genuine and verified information only. It's your boy Gordy Freeman. Thank you.